So check this out. Here is an interesting story. Back in 2013, the European government paid nearly $500,000 for a study on how piracy affects sales of various forms of entertainment, including video games. Funny enough, the report was never fully released. Now, you would think if the government took almost $500,000 of the people's money to create a report, they would at least release the report. But they may not have wanted to release it because it didn't quite fit the narrative that they would have liked it to. At the time, they were trying to enforce stricter copyright restrictions, so they would have loved for this report to prove that, well, the people needed them to come in and put in harsher restrictions. Now, the only reason why this report has finally made it into the light of day is because a member of parliament, she filed for a Freedom of Information Act request, and here we are. They finally released the report, and the report suggests that not only does piracy not have as negative as an impact on games as we've been told, but it suggests that piracy may actually help sell more games. And by the way, for people thinking, hey, we're only talking about PC here, no, the people in the study, they actually were talking to people who pirated on PC, but also, spoiler alert, a good chunk of them also pirated games on consoles. So how could this be? How could you say, you know, Dragon, if a game is being pirated, it's out there on the black market where you can download it, obviously that is going to hurt game sales. How could you say that it's not going to hurt game sales? Well, just because a game can be pirated doesn't mean that everybody's going to go download it for free and pirate it. Also, on the flip side, just because a game can't be pirated, it doesn't mean that somebody's going to just jump over and say, hey, well, you know, I can't download it for free, so I guess I'm just going to have to fork over the $60 and go buy it. No, a lot of these people sit around, and if they can't get their game pirated, then they'll just move on to another game. But then let's take it a step further. How would actually pirating a game help sell more copies of the game legally? So the study suggests that games which are heavily pirated ended up selling almost 24% more copies, in part due to the illegal activity. So how does that work? So think of it like a demo. You know, we get fewer demos today, even though I'm playing one right now, thankfully. But demos in the past were actually almost a given. Like a game came out, you know, I remember subscribing to all these magazines that would come with demo disc, and you would be able to download demos. But fewer companies are doing demos these days, but people still like to play a game before they spend $60 on it. So a lot of these people who are pirating games, they'll download a title, and if they feel like it's worth their money, they'll go buy it. A lot of pirates just want to go download a game to try it out. If they like it, they buy it. And I know a few pirates who do exactly that. They just want to make sure that they're not going to get ripped off in a day and age where a lot of games are trying to nickel and dime you. And also, a lot of them release as a broken train wreck. Now, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying, hey, go pirate it. I'm just explaining it. So the one industry that they did take a look at that seemed to be negatively impacted by pirating was the film and movie industry, which I think is more understandable because, I mean, this is a once and done form of entertainment. It's not like a song where you play it over and over. It's not like a video game where every time you play it, you get a different experience. Movies are, you know, you watch it and a lot of times you don't have to watch it again. And it's also the most expensive to consume. And so you watch a movie, there's very few reasons to go out and go buy it afterwards. So I can see how it would negatively impact that. But whenever you look at games, pirating a game, you get a lot more enjoyment long term by buying a game, and then you have access to all the patches as soon as it comes out, the DLC, you get new features. And so a lot of people, you know, they would rather not have to mess with the hassle of downloading a new patch every time it comes out by waiting for somebody to upload it so they can pirate it. So you like a video game, you think developers deserve the money because it's a good game, then it turns out they go buy it according to this study. So, of course, when it came to this study and what the government wanted to focus on, what they talked about, the movie part of the study is the only portion of the study that the government actually published until now, until this bright lady filed for a Freedom of Information Act and got it released. So pretty interesting. This, of course, is just one study, and we don't live in a parallel universe that we could directly compare what a game would sell whenever it was pirated versus a world where that same game was sold and was never pirated. So we can't really get, I don't think, true numbers for that. But the study does leave open a lot of questions about what we've always been told, that, you know, people don't want to release on PC and they're losing all sorts of money by pirating. It definitely throws a fork in that argument. But I thought it was pretty interesting nonetheless. If you want to go read the articles for yourself, links down below, and always check out VGMVideoGamesNews.com. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. Post your thoughts down below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Are you listening? Damn.